Hey everyone, LEGO Star Wars has officially revealed the Executor Super Star Destroyer plus its GWP. It is the next Ultimate Collector's Series set, and it will release October 4th, October 1st for Insider members. So like always, I'm going to go over both of these sets and give my thoughts on them. So let's go ahead and get started with the Super Star Destroyer. The price tag for this is a very hefty $800 with a 6,130 piece count. I'm going to be honest, I'm having mixed feelings on this set, because on one hand, I do think it looks good. There's a good amount of detail, but on the other hand, I can't help but feel underwhelmed by what we got. So LEGO does state on their website that this is the longest brick-built model that they've ever released, and if there's one ship to do it with, it's definitely the Super Star Destroyer, so I will say that is a big plus for me. So the midsection of the ship, where all the greebling is, I think is the most underwhelming part here, and I kind of think that the 2011 version just did it better. Especially looking at pictures from the movie, it does look like that midsection is a darker gray. The translucent blue lights really do shine, so I feel like LEGO should have done a little bit more here in this midsection to make it stand out. I've seen some people point out the amount of studs on top and that there should be less. I personally don't have a problem with it. I actually kind of like the amount of studs on top, because in those pictures I've shown from the actual movie, you can see some stuff that is sticking out on the exterior. This build is a lot more flattened, which I think is more accurate compared to the 2011 version, so I do like that here. And also having the string of translucent blue pieces there on the sides, as you can see in this picture, is a pretty cool detail as well. On the underside are the engines, which do look good. I want to quickly backtrack to the midsection real quick. I just took a look at the Starship Collection Super Star Destroyer, and as you can see, this one does have dark bluish gray as the midsection, so I really feel like if LEGO just did that on this UCS set, it would have gone a long way. A cool detail, and I feel like it's necessary when it does come to the Super Star Destroyer, is the inclusion of a regular Star Destroyer, which I believe is to scale, and it has a pretty nice design, but I really like the inclusion just to show the sheer size of the Super Star Destroyer. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the minifigures. There is a brick-built stand that represents the bridge scene in Empire Strikes Back when Vader is talking to all the bounty hunters, and we do get them all here. Darth Vader looks to be about the same minifigure we've been getting, but that's fine because he does look good. Then there is a new IG-88, which I think that head mold does look very nice. Then there's Boba Fett, which looks very good. I love the arm printing as well as the shoulder cape. Then we got Dengar and Bosk with the dual molded legs. I do like that Bosk minifigure a lot. And lastly, we have Zuckuss and Forlom, which both look good. I love the head molds. So this is a good minifigure lineup. All the bounty hunters look good and of course accurate to recreate that scene, but I would have loved a few more minifigures in terms of on the Imperial side, like Admiral Piet. I don't mind the decision of the interior being outside of the set. Like I said earlier, this is a more flattened design, which I think is a lot more accurate, whereas the 2011 version did have an interior section in there, which is probably why it was a little more thicker, but I do like kind of having the display stand for these minifigures rather than just a black base that we've been getting with other UCS sets. But overall, honestly, I do like this Super Star Destroyer. I think majority of the underwhelming feeling is that midsection not being dark bluish gray to make it stand out a little bit more, and the price tag being $800. This should have been around the $600 to $650 range, because it would look a lot more worth it and it would match the piece count a bit. And also just comparing to other $800 Star Wars sets like the Millennium Falcon and the AT-AT, I feel like those are definitely worth the price a lot more. But yeah, honestly, the more I look at it, I know I've mentioned it a lot already, but yeah, the midsection really needed to be dark bluish gray, not only just for accuracy purposes, but it really would have just made this set not fully just look like light bluish gray. This is one I'll definitely wait for if there's a sale in a few years or if I have a bunch of insider points to use, but I do want it in my collection. I don't think I have the space for it at all, but I will say I do like the overall look of this Super Star Destroyer. Just a bit underwhelmed, but I will say to me, I do like this more than the UCS Death Star, so I would rather get this over that one. Now let's take a look at the gift with purchase that comes with it. It is Darth Vader's lightsaber, making this the 5th saber that LEGO has released as a GWP. I say this every time that LEGO makes one, but I really do think that this should become an official collection that is mass produced, because I do think that these saber hilts do look very good, and this being the 5th one, I mean, you already have a bunch to release. This is a pretty good design. I mean, it looks like Darth Vader's lightsaber. I don't think there's ever been a bad one. I think the designs for all these sabers do look very good. It's got an overall accurate look to it. I like the features here. Also, something to note is that both both major gift with purchases this year. The May the 4th one and of course this big UCS one are both lightsaber hilts. The May the 4th was the Darksaber. But overall, Darth Vader's lightsaber does look good. Anyways, that is the Executor Super Star Destroyer. Overpriced for sure. $800 is way too high, but I do like the build overall. I feel like it will look very good on display, especially with its really long length. It's definitely a beast of a ship, and I'm kind of glad that LEGO chose this as the next major UCS set. It's not perfect. I definitely do think that there are some things that should have been better, but as an overall set, I do like the way this ship looks. I definitely would want this in my collection. So let me know down in the comments what you think about this new UCS set and what other vehicles you would like to see LEGO make for the Ultimate Collector series. But anyway, definitely lightsaber slash that like button and hit subscribe with the bell on so you know when I upload. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace.